Everything's good. Actually, that's not true. Thanks for reminding me.
So say something, Kevin.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but I'm just looking out here and I can't believe how many people there are out here tonight. The weather's nice, but it's not that nice. So it's a testament to the fact that you guys really love the show to be here, and it means a lot. I know it means a lot to all of us. So thank you so much for your support, not just tonight, but from day one. Like, you guys are the heartbeat of the show, and we really appreciate it. So thank you guys.
Detective Duco. Nice to see everybody. I'm so very happy to be part of this clone club, this show. Very excited. You like me now.
I wasn't in the episode. But I'll be back, don't worry. There's coming up. And everybody, tell Wizard!
I was the security guard in season 3. But I'm back! And the real star of the show.
This is kind of what I do all the time. Thanks so much for supporting the show, and it's such a pleasure to work with all these people with Tatiana who's not here. So if you don't see me, I've done a good job. Thanks for really quiet, but thanks for all your support. It's lovely.
Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Wilkie.
Sorry about that. What's happening? Okay, cool. I am Josh. I'm the guy that just had to pee. I also play Scott in the show.
Yep, we're at the question time.
Oh my God, it was a flashback episode. Did you see that one coming?
No. Well done.
Did you? Well, we had to spoil it a little. When did we spoil that? We kind of said last week. But was it still good?
Yes.
Because we were kind of excited to tell an origin story, and although a lot of our main cast didn't wind up in the show, it was a little weird. Like, it was a weird thing shooting without like you and you. Well, I shot a little bit with you. A little bit.
Did anybody come in cold and absolutely had no idea, or was it spoiled that it was a flashback episode for everyone?
It was
Loved it.
Awesome.
So does that mean you did know it was a flashback episode coming in?
No, we didn't know.
No?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That's
great.
great.
So, do you want to ask a few questions? Feel like anyone would like to ask a few questions? Okay. Why don't we take a few questions? That'll be fun. Okay? Is that what we're supposed to do?
Sure, yeah, a few questions.
Okay, good.
I don't have a mic, so you're going to have to speak up loud.
Okay.
Question, right there.
So how far back did you have to, think of this origin story? Like, was this from the beginning, or was it once you stopped season 3 or season 2, it's like, okay, we have the story going along?
Well,
We kind of had it as a concept of doing it early. But yeah, really early, John answered a question at our very first Comic-Con and said, I'd love to do a flashback episode. And everybody applauded.
Well,
From there,
but because of season 1, of course, we talked endlessly about Beth, right? Because it was Sarah having to step into her shoes. So Beth was really a character in season 1. We just never got to see much of her. And so we kind of felt like we knew who she was already. And so it was kind of, we were excited. I think we talked a lot about it. And I bugged you endlessly about what happened to Maggie Chen. So it was awesome to see Art and Beth together. That was okay, more questions?
Yes,
Okay, go.
Like you're saying, it was really nice to get to
There's more. There's more.
Spoiler alert!
We get to, we'll get to watch us better.
You can watch.
We'll know her story better. Any easy questions?
Over here, over there, far left, far your right. Hi.
You all get to experience so many different Tatianas. What is
Seriously.
it like going from one Tatiana to another?
I don't even know where to begin because my mind is in so many places while she's being multiple people that I then have to
Be
try and be like, it's really incredible for me, especially to see and feel what it's like for her to be all these different people because she flushes them out so well. And it really, they're so different. And she looks different when she plays them. And Steven's back there, the makeup artist, what he does with them. All around. So it's like acting with 11 different people who all happen to be an amazing person in deep there. So I can't, it's awesome. Yeah.
Nobody likes to be around Rachel.
Got a question over here?
Oh.
Hold on one sec. One sec. Sorry, one sec, quick.
My first time experiencing a change from one clone to another in one day was actually Casino to Rachel. So you can imagine the spectrum that was on. And it was a really long day. We were shooting, I think we did like 16 and a half hours that day. With the pencil.
Those kind of hours.
Yeah, the pencil day. And so we shot a bunch of the, we were shooting something, but I ended up meeting Steven at the beginning of the day. And at one point they were doing some kind of makeup test or something for Rachel, and we were all on a break for a long time. And I remember walking around, it was the first time I'd seen the makeup change, and she walked around the corner as Rachel, and I looked at her and I actually went, oh! And she said, oh my gosh, what's wrong? I'm sorry. Your makeup is terrifying. That was it.
Good.
So a question over here, go.
First of all, I went in cold. I didn't know that was a flashback, and I nearly wet my pants.
Sweet. That's great.
Did it feel kind of nostalgic to go to that, like, death in this terrifying situation in the way that, like, when Sarah was chasing Helena in the first series, that entry scene, like, awesome floor. What was it like the film? Did it remind you?
Before we answer the question, I just want to hear you ask the question again. I just love hearing you talk. Just me?
Good answer.
We really were, that tone that you're talking about, that like in Sarah's shoes tone, we talked a lot about that, about wanting to grab that again at the front of the season and do it with Beth this time, right?
Well, yeah, it was really, what we wanted most is we kind of wanted that season 1 feel back again, So that was sort of our way to kind of go back and then launch Sarah kind of in a situation where she's kind of back following in Beth's footsteps to solve this new part of the mystery, I guess. And for us shooting it, it was, for me it was weird because we ended up we had originally after season 1, we had trashed the Beth's apartment set and kind of forensically had to rebuild it completely just by pictures and photographs and video from season 1. And so it was weird being back in that apartment again and shooting with this character who we hadn't shot with before but was still very familiar. Like she has this, I don't know if you guys feel the same way watching this, but for me it didn't take very long to get, I felt like I knew her.
Yeah.
And that was a really wild experience, I have to say. That, and meeting kind of almost every guest actor that we had in season 1.
Including Olivier.
I think there's just another face that you recognize from season 1 every 3 minutes. That's pretty awesome.
I think that what was really cool for watching, like not being in the episode, but knowing every episode very well and watching it as an outsider, was seeing Beth, who we hadn't really seen before, and MK, who we hadn't seen before, in the same scene together. So all of a sudden we got 2 new tats in one scene for the first time ever. That scene really blew my mind when Beth shows up at MK's trailer and they have that little scene together. It's such an incredible scene, and it just, I remember watching it for the first time and it dawning on me, I'm like, oh my god, we've never seen these people before. This is so weird.
And just as much work for Catherine as for Tat.
Throw them on us, yeah.
I have a question.
Ask your question.
Okay, because it's a question, he has to hold the mic. Season 3 ends with this sort of big tribute to Beth, and then season 4 is, a prequel for Beth. Was that planned, that link?
Now that we're watching it, we're like, oh, we were pretty good there.
Don't sell us short. Of course we were thinking
Could have fooled me.
Anybody else? Yeah, well, why don't we do a few more and then, yeah, okay, go.
Is there a method when you're playing, like when you're in the same room with different colors, is there a method that you have to like take into like not get them confused because they can all look hot, but the only thing is there a method that you're not breaking down like, oh no, it's not that clone, it's the other clone. Is there a method to get yourself in the head?
That's a good question. Tat's brilliant.
Yep.
Honest to goodness, it's nowhere near as difficult as it seems it would be, because the clones are all so well thought out and so well planned and so well executed by her that there's no confusion, at least on my part. Christian's a little bit more simple, so sometimes you get confused. But for everyone else, straight as an arrow. The guy's got a mic. And he's ugly. That's my boy, I love the dude. I gotta crack on him because he ain't got a mic. No, but really, honestly, Tatiana she does it so well that there's no confusion. You don't have a moment where you're like, is that Rachel or is that? But the thing that I still marvel at, aside from all of the different clones that she plays, it's the layer of clones playing other clones. Like that is, we're all adults. That's some crazy shit. Like it really is. But she does it to a level.
Hold up now.
Oh, he's got a mic.
Hold up. Now I got a mic. I would like to just say that I'm the only other character on the show that's played a clone, and he's not an actual clone. Donnie played Allison in season 2. Booyah! Of course, he had no idea that he was working with Sarah, who was playing Allison, who was playing Donnie at that time. So she trumped me.
Does anyone know what he was just talking about?
Yeah.
He wrote it, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That's right. Couples therapy and other stuff.
One more. Okay,
Sorry, two more, that's it.
Two more. Who first?
Okay, so clearly Kat changes her body language, all sorts of things when she plays different characters. Do you guys find when you're in a scene with different clones that you adjust how you respond to that particular clone? So like when Donnie responds to Helena versus Cosima.
Totally. Yeah, what threw me the first time working with a different tat was that it's like acting with a different person. That's how deep it goes with each one of these characters, which is borderline creepy. But it's absolutely incredible. The first time I worked with someone else, it was with Rachel. No, it was briefly Sarah in rehab, but that day was so crazy because it was my first multi-clone scene ever that I was just trying to keep up because everybody had already done it before. I was like, okay, I've got an earpiece now, and what's going on? There's a tennis ball. But the first time that I actually just had like a full-on scene with a different tat was in the cut scenes from the end of season 2 with Rachel. And I just remember that was my last day on set for the whole season, and I was working with my buddy Tat, but she was this cold thing like in front of me. Rachel was so bizarre to work with, and yeah, it was Tat when we were off camera, but she still kind of kept the accent was still somewhat there, and it just was so strange because she just embodied it even off camera just to sort of maintain the character. So you just got to get used to it. It's like working with another actor. It's really, really freaky. You get used to it, but.
So, Gord, I want to hear your, you can't spoil, this is Gord, and Gord, you're going to see a lot more of. Gord, what was it like working with her? Because you met her in a few different characters, but you can't really reveal too much.
Yeah, I can't say too much, but I guess it's really I can't give any examples, but she is very much like a different, she's a different actor doing each character, so you do kind of react to her like she's a different person. But having watched the show a lot before too, I would kind of look through scripts and go, oh, I get to with Cosima, awesome. And that was kind of exciting. But she's fabulous, absolutely fabulous, and a total pleasure to work with.
I got one quick thing to say about that. Like it's really, it messes with your head. It kind of does. I mean, when we had Tony come into the show last season, 2 seasons ago, like I didn't talk to Tat all day. Like I couldn't talk to her. You know what I mean? Because my mind was just so blown at what was happening in front of me. I didn't know, I couldn't reconcile it. You know what I mean? But and I don't know where I'm going with it. No, but really, like it's that deep that as an actor, sometimes you don't want to mess with the process. You don't know exactly how she's doing it, and what she needs in order to get where she needs to get to. And my thing was to just to power and hide. But it really is. It sounds like we're just really like we're going too far, but you can't go far enough with what she's doing. It's incredible.
And when we walk the scenes, often she plays one character, and the other character's wardrobe and hair.
Yeah.
So they're looking at me playing one character and Kat playing the other character, but they're actually flopped. And I'm playing Sarah, but dressed as Rachel, and she's playing Rachel, dressed as Sarah. So it's supposed to be confusing for everybody, especially new directors. So like, okay, this is what's gonna happen.
That's wild.
Weird show.
Yeah.
Last question.
Last question.
Just a quick question. Can you give us a little bit of a teaser on how many more clones we might see this year? And the year after.
No.
That's the best. No. Go spoil it. Go spoil it.
Not none.
But I will say this. One of our favorite clones from last year, who you only saw a little bit of, is more of this year. That's all I'm going to say. So also, can I just say this though? So we're gonna, tonight, we're very excited that you guys came out and joined us tonight. We also have a lot of crew here that made the show and worked on it tirelessly this season. And it's crew that we've been with for quite a few years now. So it's kind of a cool little mix and match. And if you're a crew type, why don't you stand up? Okay, come on, stand up, crew type. Makeup and editors and mixers and art department and locations and who else is here?
Practically a full art department.
We love you guys. Oh, and here's the other cool thing that we got this year, which were actually two cool new things. This year in the United States, BBC America, our US network, has picked up our Canadian after show. Yep. Orphan Black is now showing all over North America, so those guys are going to be big stars now. So we're excited about that, and tonight was Kevin and Tat, so if you were here and didn't DVR, you missed it, sorry. But they were on tonight, and so we're just really excited because we got an after show.
Yeah, baby.
And then the other big thing that we got winding up is we have done our we're doing our second 5-issue comic book release, which is written by Helly Kennedy, who's it's really cool because we've issued 4 of them, and the 5th one's due out in May, and it ties in heavily to this season. So that'll be something to kind of check out if you're a fan of the show. Okay? So anyway, thank you all for coming, and
Thank you so much.